We have a loaded show coming your way on the 49ers Report. Trent Williams injury update, did not practice on Wednesday. We'll go through the entire 49ers injury report heading into Sunday's game against the Cowboys in the first round of the NFL Playoffs. Rumors starting to pick up about Jimmy Garoppolo being back in 2022 as the starting quarterback ahead of Trey Lance. But first, if you enjoyed the 49ers Report and all the content we push out, show me. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video, and let's start today's show. All right, welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Senior. I hope all of you are having a fantastic week heading into Sunday's monster game against the Dallas Cowboys, a game in which I think San Francisco can pull out the upset win. We start off today's show with getting into the latest on Trent Williams. Did not practice on Wednesday, according to Kyle Shanahan, in the shadows of Levi Stadium at the practice field. And we'll kind of get you caught up on everything going down with the best left tackle in the National Football League. Will the Silverback play on Sunday? That's really the biggest storyline that we are monitoring going into this matchup. No practice on Wednesday. Of course, he missed that game, a must-win, thrilling victory over the Rams on Sunday in the final week of the regular season. He suffered that elbow injury back in Week 17 against the Houston Texans, and without Trent Williams, it was Colton McKivitz, the second-year guy, getting the start at left tackle. He was really up and down against the Rams, and this is a big concern considering that the Cowboys have a very good pass rush led by one of the best defensive coordinators in the league in Dan Quinn. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, the stud rookie in Micah Parsons, as well as Randy Gregory. So if you don't have Trent Williams, it affects you both in the pass game, protecting the blind side of Jimmy Garoppolo, and in the run game as well, where Trent Williams is even better than he is as a pass blocker. Kyle Shanahan asked for an update on T. Willie, kept it pretty short and simple. Hopefully, his status is going to improve throughout the week. Kyle Shanahan saying, quote, Trent is better today than he was on Sunday. I'm going to take a glass half full approach with this Trent Williams injury news. 4 more days to get better, and come Sunday, it will be 2 weeks since he suffered that injury against the Houston Texans. I cannot emphasize how much and how critical of a role Trent Williams plays in this 49ers offense. He is the highest graded player in the NFL on both sides of the ball, according to Pro Football Focus, and he has really lived up to all of the expectations since he came to the Bay and this year after he was made the highest paid left tackle in the history of the NFL. Let's just hope we see Trent Williams on the field at AT&T Stadium on Sunday, because him in the lineup further helps the Niners' hopes of pulling off the upset against Dallas. So I want to gauge where you're at with Williams' injury. What is your level of concern if Trent Williams cannot play, considering his dominance as a mauler in pass protection and in the ground game? Scale it for me from 1 to 100. 1, not concerned at all. It's going to be a game where replacements come through and they play very well. Next man up mentality. 100, yeah, very, very concerned. Now to the 49ers injury report. It's pretty deep, but nothing of significance really outside of Trent Williams. And honestly, this is some of the healthiest that the 49ers roster has been all year long, which is kind of crazy considering their injury issues in the past, and we're going into Week 19. Limited participants: Dre Greenlaw, Azeez Al-Shire, Talanoa Hufanga, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo was seen throwing today alongside Trey Lance. Looked pretty good, just like he did last week. More limited participants, it includes Jaquiski Tartt, the safety, with the shoulder injury. Mitch Wishnowsky in concussion protocol. The Niners did sign a punter to the practice squad after Wishnowsky got lit up in punt return coverage. Robbie Gould was able to replace him as the punter, as the guy who normally kicks field goals, and Kyle Juszczyk had replaced Mitch Wishnowsky as the team's holder, and Marcel Harris with an Achilles injury, also a limited participant. No practice for these 3 following players, and they're of course mainstays in this Niners lineup. Elijah Mitchell with that knee injury, not really expected to be overly serious. Trent Williams, the big news on this injury report, and George Kittle doesn't have a specific injury. This was just kind of a rest day for him. He plays a physical brand of football. Understandable that he gets a breather going into this game. This is why you subscribe to the 49ers Report by Chat Sports, because we keep you in the know in-season, off-season, with everything going down with the San Francisco 49ers, and we're the largest and best 49ers news and rumors channel on YouTube. So if you want to stay up to date with the latest 49ers news and rumors, injury report, watch parties, and live shows, hit that red subscribe button down below and be a part of the faithful family here at Chat Sports that is well over 50,000 subscribers as we continue to grow. We are also all about audience interaction here at Chat Sports, and I need to give a shout out to my guy Taylor Bean, who sent me a Shanahan this past week. During our watch party a couple weeks ago, he had dared me to finish a bottle of Patron, and I'm a real one. I'm built different. I did. And now people are talking, embrace debate. Who does the Shanahan better? Is it Kyle Shanahan? Is it Chase Sr.? Well, it's your opportunity to once again be a part of the show and let your voices be heard. Who wore the Shanahan better? Type C for Chase, type K for Kyle. Once again, shout out to Taylor Bean, who actually walked on to play quarterback at Washington and backed up Jake Locker back in the day. You're the man. Appreciate the 49ers gear. Want to give a shout out to today's presenting sponsor, BetUS, for making the 49ers Report possible. You can get a 125% deposit bonus by going to chatsports.com/49bet, that link at the bottom of your screen, and enter the promo code Niners125. Basically, you put in $100, you get an additional $125 back. That's $225 to game with and lay down some bets with. And if you do that and put $100 into your account, we'll send you a free San Francisco 49ers jersey. Just follow all the steps to my right here. Chatsports.com/49bet. Enter the promo code Niners125. Sign up, deposit $100. You get that $125 back. Make a bet of any dollar significance. Then email us, jersey@chatsports.com, letting us know that you followed all those steps, and we'll get you hooked up. Right now, all colors and sizes available for Jimmy Garoppolo jerseys, Trey Lance jerseys, and George Kittle jerseys. Once again, chatsports.com/49bet. Enter the promo code Niners125. Follow all those steps. Shoot us an email. We'll get you hooked up with a free 49ers jersey, thanks to our friends at Fanatics. Now to a juicy 49ers rumor, and we're going to be covering this topic all throughout the offseason because it's going to be one of the biggest topics across the entire NFL here in 2022. Is Jimmy Garoppolo going to be back in the Bay next year as the starting quarterback ahead of Trey Lance, who the 49ers mortgaged future picks for and moved up for in the NFL draft to take at number 3? Peter Schrager on the herd with Colin Cowherd had some really interesting things to say about Garoppolo coming back next year as the team's starting quarterback, and I already know people are chiming in the comment section because you're all fired up. Schrade saying this, quote, "How could you get rid of him if he beats the Cowboys on Sunday? I've been his biggest critic, and I was wondering, another injury for Jimmy, down 17 against the Los Angeles Rams. Then he goes out there and just throws the team on his back, down 7 with 2 minutes left, and finds a way to get them to overtime, then gets the win. Jimmy has made it really hard for Trey Lance, and throughout the week, people were saying, you're probably going to see Jimmy start, but Trey Lance finished the ball game. Trey Lance didn't play in the game on Sunday, didn't play a single snap, and that tells me that the coaching staff in San Francisco, they thought that Jimmy gives them the best chance to win, and whether that changes after a win or loss against Dallas for the 2022 season, I'm not so sure. Now, a couple weeks ago, a lot of people would have firmly said that it's going to be Trey Lance as the starting quarterback, but Jimmy Garoppolo continues to play really clutch football, playing his best in the 2-minute drill and at the end of games, and can you imagine? Wins a must-win game against the Rams, comes back, and let's say he beats the Dallas Cowboys. He could even win another playoff game in the divisional round as well. That makes this conversation extremely fascinating over the next coming weeks, over the next coming months, and going into the offseason and next year. Look, there's nothing wrong with this at all for a multitude of reasons. If you're worried about the development of Trey Lance, well, we just saw in Week 17 in a near must-win game, him come in, and after getting off to a rocky start, which I blame because of his inexperience, he was able to display the enormous amounts of potential that he has. And remember, Trey Lance was 20 years old when he was drafted by the Niners out of North Dakota State. He barely played in 2020, only one game because of COVID at the FCS level. We're talking about a quarterback prospect who is young, who is raw, who is inexperienced, and the Niners knew when they took him, we have a good situation on our hands. And this could go one of two ways. Garoppolo stays healthy and plays well, we continue to play him, we groom and develop Trey Lance, or Trey Lance unseats him if Garoppolo gets injured or if he continues to struggle, and Lance can be our starting quarterback. Look, if Jimmy Garoppolo leads this team on a deep playoff run, it's going to be really hard for Kyle Shanahan to break that trust with Jimmy Garoppolo. And look, there's also this which we can factor into the conversation. If Jimmy makes a deep playoff run, it only means that he's driving up his trade value. So you're looking at a couple of different scenarios here where Garoppolo could either return. If he doesn't, Trey Lance is your starter. And if you don't want Garoppolo back because you feel as though Trey Lance is going to be ready, he gives you that dynamic element on offense as a passer and a thrower. And Garoppolo wins a playoff game or two, even without playoff wins, you can still get, at least in my opinion, a second-round pick back for him. He wins a playoff game or two. Sam Darnold got a second-round pick back for the Carolina Panthers in that deal with the New York Jets. I can guarantee you a quarterback-starved team out there is going to pay a fat price for Jimmy Garoppolo. Either way, whether it be a first-round pick, I think it's more realistic for a second-round pick, but you know we're going to continue to talk about this here on the 49ers Report, so buckle up. There's also this. If Trey Lance doesn't play next year as a starter, it's okay. We've seen this work out in previous years. Phillip Rivers was behind Drew Brees, and he wasn't named the Chargers starter until year 3. Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years behind Brett Favre. He didn't start games at Lambeau Field until year 4 after the Packers had traded Brett Favre away to the New York Jets. The most recent example, Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith played Mahomes' entire rookie year, then Mahomes became the starter in year 2 and went on to win an MVP. Trey Lance, to be determined. There are multiple ways to approach this, and there are multiple scenarios that can work out in the 49ers' favor. My suggestions for all of you, don't hit that panic button, because right now the Niners are in a great position either way. They have a loaded front office that has been good at developing talent. Every team has draft misses. They have members of that front office who have pinpointed and developed players who are getting interviews for other general managing gigs across the NFL. They have a really good coaching staff. They have premier players all across the team. And no matter which way they go with the quarterback position, whether it be Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance, I think they can win with either because both have proven that they can bring different elements to the offensive side of the football. The 2022 starter will be, you let me know right now. Is it going to be Jimmy Garoppolo? Type JG. Is it going to be Trey Lance? Submit your TL. Get those votes in. Thanks for watching today's show. Cannot wait for Sunday.